Hi, everybody. Today we're going to go over the directions for the assignment as we go over the annexation of Hawaii. So here we have our home page in Canvas. We're going to go right over to modules. When we get inside there, you're going to see that we are in a new unit titled Imperialism. Okay, we're going to go right down here to the explanation of the annexation of Hawaii. And what this is it's a lecture by me that I will show you in class. And you will just go ahead and hit the little pop-out button that comes up here to make it large so you can see, or you can watch it right here in this little square. So with that, you've got a small slideshow and a timeline. So as we go back to modules, after we viewed that, we're going to go next to the annexation timeline. So I've got this timeline in here quite a few times because you're going to need to access it. The timeline is also kind of a pop-out. You can make it big here with this little button. It's just one page. We'll go through it in class as well. Okay, just one page. You'll need to know that stuff. Okay, you might see some of this stuff on a quiz coming up as well. We'll go back to modules. And then we're going to go down here to the annexation timeline again and guiding questions. So as we go over here, we're going to see that there are two documents here. There's a document A and there's document B. And then down here, you've got the timeline and guiding questions that we would open in a new window, which I've already done, and it's up here, and we'll get to that in a minute. So document A, we're going to do together as a class. We're going to read it together, and there's not much to read, and there's some questions we're going to answer in discussion. So the first question is based on this article, how supportive were Hawaiians of annexation? Number two, how trustworthy is this as a source of information of Hawaiian support for annexation? And then we're going to do a little bit more investigating into this particular source. We're going to find out, what did we learn about this source? Does knowing more about the source change how much we trust this as a source of information about how supportive Hawaiians were of annexation? And number five, to continue our investigation of how supportive Hawaiians were of annexation, what additional perspectives would we want? Meaning, what more information do we need? So I'm going to click on this link here. And you're going to see an old newspaper article here. And you can make this big by scrolling in or scrolling out. Okay. And I'm going to bring it right here because the only thing we're reading right here is first news, is this beginning part. So you might need to make it big to actually read it. Then we're going to go back, remember, and answer these two questions based on this article and so forth. Then we're going to go back because at the top here, you'll see it says about the Pacific Commercial Advertiser, which is the name of this newspaper. We're going to click on that. And it's going to actually tell us a little bit about the source. So we will read through this as a class. Okay. Go through some of this stuff together. And then we will come back here and finish talking about these questions together as a class. For your assignment, what you're going to do is you're going to click on this particular document, which is called the Independent. And you're going to be answering some questions about it. So if we open this up here, it looks overwhelming at first, but you're really not going to read the whole news page. You're going to be reading a part that says Memorial. And Memorial is right here. Okay, so then we're going to go back here. And after reading that, we're going to where it says load in another window. I've already done that because I knew this would expire. So I've got this. And I have guiding questions set up in Cami. So here's your timeline again. And then down below are some guiding questions. You can also get to the same news article if you click here. Okay, so the first question is sourcing. What paper did this appear in? Well, we just talked about that, the Independent and the Independent. What do you know about this paper, and in particular, its stance on annexation? A stance is where does someone stand, or what's their opinion? So what's the newspaper, the people that work there, what's their opinion on annexation? What documents does this article present? Whose viewpoints are represented by the document? You're going to type that in. Now, if you've never used Cami before, please remember you can use a text box to type in your answers here. If there are any words in this document that you don't understand, you've got a dictionary here. You can also have this text-to-speech where it will read this to you, only this document. So number 3, what argument does that document make? 4, according to this article, did Hawaiian support annexation? Explain. The last one, how trustworthy do you think this is as a source about whether Hawaiians supported annexation? Now, don't just say, I think it was trustworthy, or it wasn't. I need to know. If it's trustworthy, give me examples why you think that. If you think it's not trustworthy, give me examples of why you think that. And remember, this particular news article also has the About link at the top that will tell you more about the Independent if you want to know, if you need to do some more investigation. So if we go back here, this is your assignment. Once you've completed this. Now this is the teacher view, but you have a submit button up here somewhere. So you will submit it to me that way. All right, if there are any questions, you know to email me through Canvas. And other than that, have a fantastic day. Bye.